today I want to talk about like AI and like what I think about about AI as an African, because like we still haven't been exposed to like automation, so like there's there's no like robots or like shit like that. So like I feel like we're still far from the spectrum in terms of like uh, technological development for obvious reasons. But like the way I see AI is like I think we should be seeing it as a tool, because like if we're hell bent on using it, because it seems like we are not learning shit from any AI movie, like we're just so dumb. But like if we're hell bent on using AI, I think we should make a point of understanding what we're using, because like I hear people say AI is like like what like the way the name suggests, like artificial intelligence. Like people want to compare it to a brain, but I don't think you really can make that comparison when we really don't understand the brain ourselves right now. Like I was just reading about like this thing for how your brain is split into hemispheres, and like how each hemisphere has its own functions and like things like that, and I'm like, can we really replicate this through an AI? And I'm like, so far no, because like most of the AI we make, we can we can program it to think and like to assimilate human functions, but like I don't think you can really make an AI become a human being, because like I feel like there's a lot of aspects in terms of like energy, because like I'm a spiritual person, so like I don't think like you can leave that to a machine to understand how like a human being works, because I usually say, and this is not even hate, but like when I watch Asmongold, I know, like, I hear him talk and, like, I understand he doesn't have a spiritual dimension. But you hear him rationalize everything. And I'm like, this is how an AI would think about things. Like, it would leave all the emotional aspect out of it and just give you straight facts without the sentiment that comes behind it, and like the irrationality that comes with human thinking. So like I think even most AIs we have now, they're just like, I don't want to say garbage in, garbage out, but like they're they're just a propagation of like some person's ideas. They're not like, it's not a brain. Like you're not conversing with something you feel is living. So like I feel like it's just it's a bad imitation. Let me say that it's a bad imitation of the human brain, because like it's been made with the assumption that the person who made it understands how the human brain works, when I really don't think the person who made it does. Because like I think we're still at, I don't think we've passed like even 20% of like human brain function. So like I don't think the average person even knows or even comes close to understanding how the brain works. And you can't say that with that limited understanding you created a perfect facsimile of that brain. You see what I'm trying to say? Because like I was seeing this thing for like even this like recently with this Studio Ghibli thing. I was like, if the artist trademarks the his art style, because I think the Studio Ghibli art style is like super specific, and he should trademark it. So like he should be able to sue ChatGPT. But you see what AI is able to do is it's like it's just reproducing the exact same thing. It's not improving on the artwork. It's just able to do it faster and quicker, which is for me what AI should be taken as. Like it's just a shortcut. That's what how like even for me the way I see it in developed countries, like I see clips of Japan and Korea and China, and I'm like, the country is so far ahead. Maybe it's because of AI and through the help of AI. Cause like, I see like robotic coffee shops. I see them like I see how like when I see robotic delivery and things like that. I'm like, even the any automated service like the bikes thing, everything. I'm like, if I bought this here, I'll if I had the money to bring it here, like I'll I'd skip that gap of having to look for able workers or like people who can do the work when like I can just go to a Japanese company or a Korean company or a Chinese company, ask them to make robots for me, and just bring them here and like show someone else how to operate it. Like when you see, like for me, that's just like you've shortened. It's like a shortcut, but we can't say that AI is like the pen. You can't compare. Like you want to compare AI to a human being. I think the only time you can compare AI to a human being is when you're thinking of like not supercomputers like quantum computing. But like for me, who has like a conspiratorial mind and like a little bit of understanding, I'm like, I think our brain works like that either way. Cause like for me, I think of the brain as like it's like a radio to simplify it. So like whatever we're experiencing now is just the frequency our brain is tuned to for the moment. So like a person experiencing something else is like a radio tuned to a different frequency. That's how I understand it. So like even then, when it comes to quantum computing, I'm not convinced that a quantum computer will be able to do or even replicate anything close to what a human being experiences in his or her daily life. Because like I think of like, especially when, okay, I understand emotions as like perspirations of the soul. So like I understand that I don't think a machine will be able to to connect to that level of energy to be able to express that same level of emotion a human being has. Like it might be able to mimic the function. Like you could program it to say that when someone is sad, you buy them things, but like it won't replicate the emotion itself. So like that's why like I don't I can't go all in with AI, because even when I watch AI movies and they're like in the end the AI decides to wipe out humanity because of some specific reason, and I'm like, maybe that's just because of the programming of the AI itself. Because like if you program, let's say right now, an environmentalist programs an AI and they're like protect the planet. For me, from my level of understanding, the end point of that AI will be to kill all humans, because like that's the best way to protect the planet. So like for me, that's the thing about AI. It's a coin. It's a very lopsided coin where like it could there's so many ways it could go wrong, but like there are also so many benefits it could bring. So like I'm just I'm not really for or against it, but like I'm just I'm just wary of like how we're going to use it, because it's just scary. Because like for me, I I understand that like if an AI decides to play the long game against humanity, it can, because literally it has time on its side. It isn't going to be affected by time. We are affected by time. Like it could plan for the next 40 years, and us we're still thinking of the next 10 years or the next 5 years. Like we're thinking small. It could be thinking on a global scale. So like that's where like the element of fear, it's not fear, but like the cautiousness comes in, because that's something I think we should be thinking of as a race, but it seems like no one gives a fuck, and like we're just hell bent on continuing. So like I'm just like, okay, But for me, I'm like, if AI took over, I was just joking about this, but like, if AI took over, I think I'd spend the rest of my days just debating with the AI on aspects about energy and like how the universe works. Cause like, if an AI has like a quantum computing brain, it means like it can run all the possibilities. I just have to give it like the idea. So like for me, that's how like existence would be from when AI takes over onwards. Because like we just like it would just be like I think of the idea, it executes. So like you see, like even for me when I think about it like that, it makes me hope for the future because it means like I'll be able to like one will be able to like predict the possibilities of everything and like come up with a very decently accurate estimate, removing human bias and things like that. You see, so like it's just a for me it's just a slippery slope. Like if we take it too far without like control, like I think Elon Musk even said this, like we just need to be careful with how we handle the AI and like the instructions we give it because it's like a, a brain that's been allowed to think without like the temperament of emotion will just run wild. That's so like I hate using Osmond Gold as a reference, but like he's like for me the best example because like as an African, I hear him say like we buy phones, we don't give a fuck about those guys in the mines and like shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, he shouldn't because like he's an American, he doesn't even understand like the situation, and probably he shouldn't even care about the situation because it's never going to affect him. So like, okay, at least in this lifetime. But yeah, I'm just like, if an AI was given the same like base set of instructions that Asmongold Gold is running on, it would think the same way and it wouldn't give a fuck about the guy in the mine right now because it has other priorities in its own sphere of influence, you see. So, like, yeah, and bruh, I love Asmongold. Gold. Don't take this as a diss. I love the guy. I watch him every day. So, like, it's it's not hate. It's just what I understand from like what I watch him, from when I watch him. You see. So like yeah, as in I think AI has a function in society, but like you can't let it can't be a source of decisions. That's what I'm trying to say. Uh, okay, it can be, but like it can't be the governance or like the governing thing. Like you have to put like humans have to run a human-based society. Like that's all I'm trying to imply. Cause like we are the ones to understand each other best, even though we act like yeah, we act like how we act, but still, only a human being can understand how a human being works. It's not going to come from an AI. Like, like for me, that's the end point. Like, we can't put all our hopes and expectations on AI. We are the ones who run this planet. We are the ones who are supposed to find the solution. And even in it of itself, like the AI is a human creation. Like it's not going to be perfect. Nothing a human makes is perfect because we are not perfection. You see, like that's just the gist of it from my perspective.